Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think, hold on one second. Boom. All right, now we are all set, ready to go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are motivated. I hope you guys are jacked up on this day because we do got a big one ahead. We have a great opportunity walking into November here, feeling absolutely untouchable. I mean, right now, take a look. We got RNTX already starting to get a little bit of a move. We have TGE. We have NCRA. We have a few plays already in the pot, starting to cook on up, starting to warm on up right here. And I just feel like we are about to have a dish. We are about to have ourselves an absolutely amazing, incredible next hour together, kicking off the week. StockTwits Nation, Tradecaster, anyone who follows me, anyone who's fucking listening at this time, good morning. I hope you guys are jacked up, ready to go. We got ourselves all set. Now, let's talk about this team. If you guys are watching at this moment, smash that thumbs on up. I appreciate every single person joining us. We have RNTX kicking this party on off bright and early in the morning. And it really just comes on down to, again, why, right? We always want to be able to, before we jump into any sort of trade, understand why is a stock moving. Well, what can you guys see right here? You guys can see right in front of the screen, RNTX came out with a 2-star press release, 66% gain at this moment as the stock receives FDA clearance to resume U.S. Phase 2 trials. So the thing is, team, we do have good, credible news. Came out right at 7:30. If you guys have been watching me day after day or week after week on StockTwits, if you guys are with me over on Tradecaster, you already know. Hot news comes out at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. We are in these 30-minute press release waves, these 30-minute opportunities that gives us new chances of success. And as you guys can see, right at 7:30, we get the brand new news drop, RNTX. We have it highlighted, receives. What is it receiving? FDA clearance on phase 2. So again, we don't need to know anything about the trials of LTI-03 in pulmonary fibrosis. I don't know anything about that. I can't tell you anything about that. But what I can tell you as an investor, when we see receives FDA clearance, people get excited. Again, getting through the FDA, that's not easy. To get through the FDA, to be able to go through every little step where the FDA signs off and says, hey, you're good to keep on working, you're good to keep on going, it lets investors know that you're making progress. It's letting investors know that you have a good, actual, healthy product. It's letting investors know that you guys are moving forward, and people like to see that. So the thing is, receiving FDA clearance. RNTX right now is taking over the #1 top gainer spot. Now, we do have MSPR, but unfortunately, MSPR is not really doing anything. Yes, this is considered the #1 top gainer, but honestly, guys, this is a whole bunch of nothing to me. This play went from 20 cents to 80 cents, which is amazing, but has been fading and falling and dropping. If you're asking me, Dek, what is the true #1 top gainer? I'm looking at RNTX, the stock that is spiking and ripping and running and has the hype and has the attention. The stock that, again, people are wanting to go over towards. It's, again, 20 million in float. And let's just see real quick. RNTX, how high can this play get up to? Well, there will be some very strong resistance as we get up towards around $3. If you are asking, hey, Dek, how do you know when a stock is going to turn? How do you know when a stock is going to fall? How do you know when a stock is going to start getting weaker? It does come on down to the pure fact you're always just trying to look at where was their old past chart history pattern. I know it's very silly, but it's very simple. A price point on where a stock turned in the past is the price point that it's going to most likely turn in the future or in the present. So if I notice that RNTX spiked on up to $3 and then came crashing on down, and I notice all the way up here RNTX spiked up towards around the price of $3.50 and then came crashing all the way back on down, these are going to be the two areas that you would want to keep on high alert. So for instance, we just ran up to the price of $2.92. We can all see that. We just ran up to the price of $2.92, right? Guess what's happening now? Look how sharp and big this reversal is. Now, guys, why are we having a reversal at the price of $2.92? Because that's where we reversed extremely hard all the way back in, what, February? So the thing is, no one knows. No one knows how high a stock could potentially go. No one knows when a stock is going to exactly turn. But what we can do is look at where they have turned in the past, and that usually holds up once again. That usually, again, holds up as the area that people will turn in the future. It just comes on down to psychological, right? That's all it is. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, you know, an easy analogy to be able to understand this, but it really comes on down to the pure play that everyone just sets their mind on. Oh, last time we came up to $3, this play crashed. Last time we came up to $3, this play dumped. Last time we came up to $3, that was the highest it ever was before we came tanking all the way back on down. And guess what? And now traders are saying, okay, let me lock out at $3. I don't want that to happen again. Oh, let me again take my profits at $3. I'm a little bit nervous that might happen. And then guess what? People do exactly that. And that's why RNTX, again, starts, you know, fading and falling and dropping and starts getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So again, RNTX here, it might give it another go to try to break through $3. But that's also where another big short opportunity could be as we come up towards around $3. Now, when we take a look at RNTX, if we do start breaking through that $3 mark, $3.50 is next. Dek, what if we break through $3.50? Well, then we're at all-time highs, and honestly, the only thing that can stop the train is itself. The only thing that can stop itself is the momentum. The only thing that could turn this play is, again, profit-taking. So, again, you really have two major areas, $3, $3.50, to be able to get through. And if you can get through both of those plays, I mean, this thing could really take on off, right? This thing could definitely be able to get a lot of momentum. This thing could definitely get a lot of hype. So RNTX right now, #1 hottest play. As you guys can see, I am getting that right over here on Fox Runner. If anyone is curious, saying, Dek, where are you seeing this? RNTX 7:30 news, 2-star press release, receives FDA phase 2 trials. For anyone who does not know, you always have your hot keywords. Hot keywords are going to be receives. You only receive things. You only want to promote things you received if they're good. So receive is a good keyword. Well, what are they receiving? They're receiving FDA, FDA notice, FDA clearance, right? That's what's bringing in a lot of hype, and that's what's bringing in a lot of momentum. And then obviously phase 2 is always great for biopharmaceutical companies. So receiving phase 2 right here, 7:30. That's what's leading towards the ripping. That's what leading towards the spiking. That's what leading towards this play getting a lot of the momentum and a lot of the hype. So make sure that you guys are all good. Also, again, I always leave my Fox Runner set from 0 to 20 million in float. Those are the stocks that are going to get the most action. Those are the ones that are going to get the most momentum. We want to be looking for stocks that are, again, on the lower float side. Those are the ones that can be able to rip and run and pop and climb the best. So again, RNTX 18.6 million in float. We're happy, again, we're able to see that. You know, anything that's usually 25, 30, 35 million float might be a little slower. If you definitely don't want to miss any sort of news whatsoever, just again, maybe increase this a little bit to 25 to 30. But, you know, once you start getting up to 50, 100 million in float, they're just too big and they usually don't spike that hard. So, you know, I like to keep it around 20 million in float as my top. Guys, right now, let's see here. We got RNTX on another little battle at this moment. Now, we also went over this little analogy last time, but when you see, okay, when you see a very strong resistance line come on up towards, like, you can watch the level 2, and it's an awesome little fight. We know this side right here is the what? This side right here are the buyers. So anyone who wants to try to make money, anyone who is in on RNTX is trying to push this play above $3. And we know anyone on this side is going to be the shorters. These are people that want this play to fall, want this play to drop. So now, right now, what do we have? we have a little battle on our hands. We have the buyers versus the shorters. Think about it as two different armies, right? We have one army, the buyers, versus the other army, the shorters. And the shorters, again, their home base is $3. And they're saying, let's push them away from our home base, right? And they are, again, doing everything they can to bounce them back, to push the buyers out of here, to get them away from their home base. And again, if anything, let's try to pull let's try to get all these shorters all the way down towards 250 or lower. So if you were asking me what are like the crucial areas right now, I would say a lot of the buyers don't want to fall underneath 250. Because why? If you start falling underneath 250, that's probably where shorters are going to start taking over. Buyers might start giving up. People might start saying, I don't know if this is going to work out. Because a lot of times in pre-market, you might see something like this, where you do see a very big spike and then you see a stock come crashing all the way back on down. We don't want to see that happen, especially if you are a buyer. So RNTX right here, this play came up to 290, got rejected. Came up to $3, got rejected. Now the thing is, it needs to bounce. It needs to be able to bounce off this 250 area. If it goes underneath 250, shorters are in full control. As of now, it's kind of right in the middle. Instead of thinking about it as like two wars, right? Instead of thinking about it as two different armies, what's an easy way to kind of think about this as well? I like to think about it almost as a soccer game. We have the shorters here. The shorters are trying to score a goal. Well, can they score a goal? They could score a goal if they can go ahead and put this underneath 250. How can the buyer score the goal? The buyers could score the goal if they shoot it above $3. So if they can get this price above $3, the stock may squeeze. If shorters get it underneath 250, this play again might start dumping on down. So here you can see there is some weakness. Here you can see that we are dropping. Here you can see we are starting to fade all the way back on down. And we'll see if we are going to be able to fall underneath that 250 area. Whew. So just kind of setting the tone here, making sure you understand absolutely everything, making sure that you guys are all good. So RNTX, this play getting bounced off the 250. We're still just like in the field, the soccer ball field here. So RNTX, let's keep our eyes peeled on this. Let's see if this one is going to be able to continue to push on up, be able to break above that $3 area. And if it can, let's get ready for that next climb. Now, I do want to take a look at a few different other plays as well here, traders. And we might actually get the RNTX starting to drop on down towards that 250-ish mark, starting to see some weakness. One play that I have been talking about, as you know, for a very long time, not a very long time, for the past 2 weeks, I brought this up last week, was AMPX. AMPX, I did start a position on this play at the price of $12.60. So I am in at $12.60 on AMPX. This is one of my long-term swing positions. This is what I say is one of my golden eggs for the next 12 months. So AMPX, I am in on this play. It had a good Friday, which was very nice. I don't have that many shares. I only have 500 shares on this play. But AMPX was able to go on a very nice climb, start moving its way on up, and now we are sitting up next to that 1450 mark. I'm always trying to think ahead, because when you think about the stock market gets very trendy. The stock market says, hey, you know what? We're going to move because of this. We're going to move because of that. We're going to move because of this. You got to find and you got to think ahead on what's going to be very hot trends. Well, everywhere I look, I'm always seeing investors. I'm always seeing people talk about on social media, on Reddit boards or wherever. They're always talking about the lack of energy we have, the lack of electricity we have, the lack of power we have. When we're talking about data centers trying to power AI, when we're talking about natural resources, when we're talking about these precious metals from China. Well, I'm also thinking about batteries. What's going to charge cars? What's going to charge our humanoid robots? What's going to charge, again, our drones? What's going to charge our electric flying planes? Those are right around the corner, the eVTOLs. So the thing is, I'm thinking ahead and thinking, hey, I know data centers are hot. I know AI is hot, but I also do think, again, battery storage is going to be hot. Think about on the military, on the battlefield. Imagine if you didn't have to bring your drone back to recharge it and you had double the lifetime of, let's say, your enemy drone. You could be able to stay out there way longer. You'd be able to get way more intel. You could be able to win the battle because of that type of thing. So AMPX is the world's strongest lithium battery. I do think, with military defense and all the defense contracts, it's absolutely amazing. So AMPX has been building its way on up. Yes, it could easily fall down to $10. Yes, we could easily start getting a drop at some point. And the big thing I do want you guys to realize is Thursday, November 6th is their earnings report. So I do like AMPX a lot, AMPX Technologies, but at the same time, November 6th is their earnings report. I only have 500 shares at this time. I'm telling you right now, if you do not want to take a gamble, wait until after Thursday if you like this play. If you don't want to take a gamble, or if you want to take a gamble, you can jump in beforehand. If you don't want to take a gamble, wait until after, right? After that play. Latest news. Let's see again what came on out with right here. So latest news. Amprius secures a repeat $35 million purchase order from leading U.S. Manufacturer. So we've probably seen these like drones in movies before. You ever see these where all of a sudden the drone flies? There's no one operating it or there's no one piloting it. You know, maybe from a controller back in, Washington, D.C. But these are just drones that are flying around the world. Guess what they're powered by? AMPX. Right? And I really do think one of the biggest things that we are going to be moving into is heavy spending on defense contracts. Defense contracts. That's where the big, beautiful bill said we are going to spend $300 billion on defense. The Trump administration, who is heavily into military. While, again, we have some tension with China. While China talks, or not talks, but, everyone kind of gets a little nervous that they could invade Taiwan. Because, again, TSM chips are the only chips in the world that are produced that NVIDIA uses, AMD uses, that artificial intelligence. Imagine if all of a sudden China took over Taiwan and says, yep, we're in charge of all AI now for the rest of the life, for the rest of the world. That's a scary thing. So, defense is absolutely massive, and that's why, again, AMPX, I do think with batteries is going to be a good investment. But we will see how that turns out in the next 12 months. Next 12 months, we'll see where we're at over on that play. Another one that I do like a lot is going to be Joby. Joby, as we've talked about before, this is going to be eVTOL's basically electric planes. I know people are like, electric planes, why would we do that? Guys, it's the same exact thing as electric vehicles. If you want to go back towards 2019, Tesla went insane when they were the first ones to produce electric vehicles, mass produce electric vehicles. Most people didn't know what a Tesla was in 2018. 2017, you probably had no idea what a Tesla was. And then they started mass producing them in 2019, 2020. If you do or cannot see or were not here in the markets, back in 2020, 2021, Tesla was like the NVIDIA, where all you did was buy it and it went up. That's what Tesla was. Tesla was NVIDIA back in 2021, where this play went all the way from $18, shot up towards $400. Just like we have now, a NVIDIA type move where NVDA, this play goes all the way up from $12 and shoots all the way up to $206. So, I mean, you could see it's the same exact thing. When something new develops, when there's a new product, when there's some sort of new technology, people start getting very excited, very excited. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this or not as well. I'm not going to play it, but I will say if you have not seen this, Joe Rogan, his podcast, right? He just had Elon Musk on 2 days ago. Did anyone watch this entire thing? If you guys did not watch this entire thing, go watch this. So Joe Rogan, and I'm not going to play it now because they might have some copyright. I don't know how StockTwits feels about that. So I'm just going to let you guys know. You guys can go check it out. But there is a part in this where Joe Rogan goes to Elon Musk, and it's probably about 40 minutes in, somewhere right around the 40-minute in area. And Joe Rogan says, are you guys like ever doing the Tesla Roadster? Did you guys see this? And Tesla Roadster got announced in 2018. Okay, it got announced, and I'm going somewhere important with this. And they said, yeah, we're gonna do it, right? So these are like images. And I'm gonna say it looks pretty cool, right? And the thing is, this might not even be what it looks like. This is like a prototype they put out 3 years ago. They probably changed it dramatically at this point. But if you go about 40 minutes into this video, Elon Musk says, when we do the announcement on the Tesla Roadster, it will be the biggest product reveal ever in history. And Joe Rogan goes, whoa, why is that? Like, it's just a car? And then Elon Musk goes, And then Joe Rogan goes, what do you mean? It's more than a car? And he goes, well, cars only stay on the ground. And then Joe Rogan goes, it's a flying car? And then Elon Musk goes, well, let's just say it won't be staying on the ground. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, when are you going to be unrevealing this? And he goes, we would like to unreveal it in the next 2 to 3 months. We would like to unreveal it before 2026. And everyone's like, whoa, that's close. It's November right now. We could see this in the next 2 months. And he said again, he goes, when we put this out, it's technology you have never seen before. It's a product you have never seen before. It will be the greatest and biggest and most talked about product innovation reveal anyone in history has ever seen. That's a pretty crazy thing to say, right? He's saying that the new Tesla Roadster is going to fly. He says there's new technology in it that no one else has ever seen before, and this is going to be revolutionary. It's going to change the way of transportation forever. So check out that video if you guys haven't, and you'll see exactly what I mean. But, you know, that video came on out 3 days ago, okay? Came on out on, I think, Thursday or Friday of last week. Now, with that being stated here, if this is true, and in the next 2-3 months, we start seeing, this new product reveal, whatever it is, I don't know, my wheels are turning up here. Could all of a sudden we see, Tesla change the game where they changed it back in 2018, 2019, 2020, where all of a sudden you had the best opportunity for the massive wave that came for 2 years following. Is Tesla about to do it again? Is Tesla not going to change the hype from AI? Guys, AI will be around forever, okay? It will. It will be around forever. But we go through trends. We go through 2-3 year cycles. EVs are hot. Cryptocurrency is hot, right? Electric vehicles are hot, or AI is hot. And then we will get to something new. You might be like, no, Dek, AI is going to be forever. Yes, I get that. But the thing is, traders, you will find other hot trends, things that will storm and take over the market. Because again, 3 years ago, no one gave a shit about NVIDIA. No one cared about it in any sort of way until it made them a ton of money. And everyone's like, I love AI. Do you love AI? Has AI changed your life in any sort of way? Most people would say no, but they're like, it makes me money, so I love AI. And it's like, cool. But the thing is, if something all of a sudden a new product took over, that would turn into the new big thing. So I'm excited to see what this new product is, when this big reveal is. But at the same time, would anyone be thinking about maybe doing calls? Would anyone think about maybe buying on Tesla now, knowing that we're going to have a revolutionary product, reveal in the next 2 to 3 months? So, I mean, those are things that you definitely kind of just want to be aware of. Right. And that's why I like, having, I don't care your political opinion. I have Trump's tweets or Trump's truth socials on push notifications on my phone. When I see a Joe Rogan interview Elon Musk, I'm going to listen to the entire podcast. Just like if there's someone on the left that maybe I agree or disagree with, I'm going to listen to it. Even if I don't like that person. You might say, oh, I don't like Elon. Okay, listen to it because he can make you a ton of money. Right? Oh, I don't like Nancy Pelosi. Oh, I don't like AOC. Okay, maybe again, they can drop a hint about maybe what they could be coming on up. I try to throw my political opinion out the window when I'm investing. When I'm investing, I'm thinking, where is money going? Because I don't want to have an ego and be like, oh, I'm this so far left or right that I'm not going to listen to this other person when they're dropping hidden gems about, again, maybe some big investments right around the corner. So I do want to make sure every single person is understanding. So maybe if there is all of a sudden the flying wave begins, Joby's going to get extremely hot. If the flying wave actually begins, Joby could get insane. If the flying wave begins, Archer could start getting absolutely insane as well. So Archer starts going wild. Joby starts going wild. Tesla starts going wild. These are ones that can really pick up some steam in a very quick manner. We got about 5 minutes here, team, until we get to the 8 a.m. press release wave. So over the next 4 minutes, let me just make sure that we're all set, all trained, and ready to go. So in the next 4 minutes here, team, we will be seeing brand new news come on out. You can see how this works. It basically is all news comes out at 7 o'clock in the morning. As news comes out at 7 o'clock, you start seeing very nice rips and runs. Usually words that, stand out, highlighted words that we like are going to be able to get the most hype. So we can see NCRA came out with the word private placement. Placement has been a very big key word, like private placement. These have gone on some nice rips and runs. This one gave some of its gains on back, but still, regardless, this is just kind of showing, why you always want to be aware of the hot news. This is why every single person should have a news scanner, because you have every opportunity to profit. As I said, you have 3 different opportunities to profit. Number 1, when 8 a.m. comes on out right here, you are either, number 1, you find the hot news first and pull the trigger, right? Hot news comes on out. Let's just say same exact thing as NCRA, right? Let's just use this one as an example. NCRA, 7 o'clock in the morning, came on out with secures a $300 million private placement. Let's say you see that within the first minute, first 30 seconds, first 2 minutes, and you buy it. NCRA goes from $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Stock goes on a great rip. So either, number 1, you're buying the hot news. You again notice that maybe you're late to it. You're saying this stock already got on a big spike. I don't want to buy it. I feel like I'm chasing. Number 2 is, again, it goes up to $4 or $5 and you say, you know what? I think it's going to have a pullback. People are going to take profits. Let me go ahead and short it. So you have number 1, you buy it. Number 2, you short it. Or number 3, when it comes back on down, you get a dip buy. You dip buy it. So you can go ahead and make some good money and be able to make some great profit. But these are going to be so crucial to success in stock trading. When you are stock trading every single day, you have to just realize that it comes on down to volatility, aka movement of a play, aka people buying the shares, is what's going to lead towards big time breakouts. Well, Dek, how do I know what people are going to buy? Well, give them a reason to buy, and such as NCRA. NCRA gave people a reason to buy that play. RNTX receives FDA clearance. FDA clearance right here. RNTX, people now have a reason to buy this play. RNTX, you see this at the price of $7.30, or the time of $7.30 you could buy it. $7.31 you buy it. $7.33 you buy it. $7.35, $7.38. Guess what? You can go ahead, you could short it, you could dip buy it if you're late. The only thing you can do wrong is wait for a giant spike, buy at the very tippity top, then you see it falling, then you try to short it, then it dip buys back on up, and you lose. The thing is, if you're late, short. If you're late to the short, dip buy. Don't be the person that's constantly chasing tails, constantly saying, oh, the stock just spiked 100%, let me buy, dumping on down. Oh, I just lost again $300, it's falling now, let me short, bouncing back on up. I just lost another $500, let me buy it, turns back on down. You have to be able to think, okay, which one do I want to do? I want to buy, I want to short, I want to dip buy. So, in the next, again, right here, what do we have here? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, we are going to be seeing a whole new press release wave. What we're going to be looking for is a few different things. We can look at, number 1, we can look at our keywords. Keywords, my favorite ones, are going to be like meaningful, significant, groundbreaking, positive data, top line data, cancer, right? These are things I like. I also like seeing like improvements, partnerships, statements, survival rates. Like, these are all good things I like. Things I hate is anything in red. I hate those. So again, if you see anything in red, most likely I'm not going to be touching it. Now, we also, again, want to be looking for these words. These words will be, already 1, 2, 3 starred. So again, like, I like positive top line, significant treatments, awarded top line data. These are things I really like as well. So in the next few moments here, let's see what we can get. Let's work together. Find, again, maybe the next big breakout, the next big spike, the next big move, and we could see where is buying volume going to be going towards next. Where's the hype going to be going towards next? Where's the excitement going to be going towards next? So let's see here. 7:59 in the morning, 20 seconds, 8 a.m. press release wave is on the way. And we just always want to stay ready, prepared. Now, again, coming down to, your actual trading, it comes on down to you. But hey, if you guys are excited, if you guys are liking this, if you guys are having a great day, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, share, retweet, whatever you guys got to do. We appreciate you guys being here with us every single morning. So it is 8 o'clock. Let's see what we got. Red meeting. Don't care about it. Let's see what else we have. Nothing else just yet. Here comes a little bit more partnership. KIDZ just came out with a partnership. Might get a little hype. Keep KIDZ on the back burner. Now, again, these are only from 0 to 20 million in float, because these are the ones that usually get a lot of hype. LMFA just had, again, a Bitcoin press release. announces $1.5 million share repurchase program, LMFA. That one's getting a little hype. We also do have a robotics meeting. We have successful AQMS. I'm trying to see which one is going to get the hype here, team. Obviously, again, we have a good amount of news. We also have AQMS right here, guys. AQMS talks about Aqua Metals and Moby Robotics establishing a collaboration, aka partnership. I would say right now at this time, keep your eyes peeled on AQMS. Keep your eyes peeled on LMFA. These are the ones that seem like they're moving. AQMS just got a pop and just came right back on down here. Let's see if AQMS can maybe start stealing the show a little bit. If AQMS can break through that 875 mark, that's where a lot of hype is going to move in. But again, what do you need to understand? You need to understand that buying or getting involved, being first in on plays is all about understanding which ones are coming out with the best news. ESLA had, again, a little cancer press release. If you guys see anything going crazy, definitely make sure you guys throw it on out there. I don't think, and it's not always, we're not always going to see a massive rip and run. Let's understand that. But at the same time, if we are going to see a massive rip and run, it's going to be now. You know, so we don't always see one, but if we do see one, that is where we are going to be able to get some hype and momentum. So I would say right now, AQMS is the best one. Let's see if AQMS can maybe get a little fire underneath its belt. If AQMS could start breaking through 875, that's the best play I see so far. AQMS, $8 up towards 875. Needs to smash that 875 mark, and we might squeeze on up to $10 to 11. No other hot news I'm seeing right now at this moment. We can always double check this well, kind of going through PHIO. PHIO has been slowly grinding on up since like 750 this morning. So again, that one's been slowly moving a little bit. But I want to see if AQMS can maybe start getting a little bit more hype and attention. PHIO, I'm not seeing any sort of news on that play either. Guys, little heads on up. AQMS does have a very large spread. Be careful on this one. Do I like it? It went from $8 up to $8.50, but you guys can see the spread is from $8.13 to $8.70. So if one person sells, this could drop on down to $8.15. If it breaks 870, it could start taking off pretty quickly. But just a little heads on up, you do have at this moment about a 40-cent spread, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult, make it a little bit more tough, okay? PHIO, still grinding. PHIO is a good play. Please, again, let's double check here. I want to see if there's any sort of news on PHIO. Right here, let me just see. Oh, I am seeing a couple different press releases starting to come on out. So earlier here. So this one actually came out about 10 minutes early over on PHIO. This one came out about 10 minutes early over on PHIO. Stock is getting a little hype. Stock is getting a little momentum. And stock is getting a little bit of a push here. And it has positive drug results. All right, so sometimes, again, you know, that it's those positive drug results, you know, getting that hype and that momentum, getting that next leg. So PHIO, let's still watch that, but also let's watch AQMS. MSPR right now, anything going on here? No. TGE, IRE, CRBU. I just like to make sure I'm not missing anything. CRBU, anything there? The answer is no. IRE, anything there? The answer is no. TGE, anything there? The answer is no. CHCR, anything there? And what I'm saying is anything there, I'm saying, is there any opportunity for us to profit? Right? You can't make money when a stock is moving sideways. Right? MSPR, no. CACR. So right now, PHIO is trying to grind. And again, even though this isn't going bonkers yet, AQMS still has potential, and now it's starting to turn a little bit. So I guess right now we definitely have to turn our attention more towards, again, PHIO. We'll keep this one on watch. I'm not going to touch this at this moment, but let's just stay ready in case anything does break on out. Sometimes we do get a couple like bleeder press releases, like a couple slower ones, a couple little, you know, after ones right here over at around 8:05. Let's just see if anything else comes out at around 8:05 here. See if this one starts getting any sort of stronger hype. So PHIO even starting to turn. So far, no big breakouts, no big runs, no big plays so far at this moment. We are absolutely good. We've seen a couple, like, you know, MSPR is not really doing anything for us. You know, MSPR, this was a play that you had to be awake at 4 in the morning to make money. So other than that, we just have little, you know, 60% movers. It's not like there's anything that's, insane that we are not aware of. So let's get ourselves prepared here, team. What I like to do at this moment, head on over to Fox Runner, click the news alerts tab. And let's just get ourselves fully prepared. We can see PHIO is right there, AQMS is right here, RNTX is right here. These are, again, some of the best news of today, but they also drop a lot of just like goodies. So let's actually just go back to the bottom here and get every single person. So what I always like to do, kind of kicking off my day, is I go through this tab right here, and it just gets me prepared, right? It's almost like what I always think about it as is I'm studying for a test. The test starts at 9:30 today. The test, the stock market, me being able to make money. Am I going to get an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F? Well, how do you prepare for a test, or how do you pass a test? From preparation, from studying. So I want to know Friday's top gainers. Maybe I wasn't here on Friday. Maybe I forgot. But HKD was the #1 top gainer on the day, right? HKD, even though this play is giving some back right now, I always like to be aware of previous top gainers just in case maybe they start getting a little extra fire. Maybe they start getting a little extra momentum. Maybe, again, these plays start, building on up and they're sitting at highs. I always like to be aware of previous top gainers. Those are the ones that could be able to make us a lot of money. What else is next? Key levels on your favorite stocks. So key levels on the most popular stocks of 2025. So let me, I'm going to take a screenshot of this picture and I am going to post this over in chat for you guys. Okay. So let me do that. That's cool. Key levels on your favorite stocks. I'm going to post this over in the Tradecaster chat so that you guys can have that. If you guys aren't part of our chat room, make sure you guys join right now. But at the same time, you guys can also take a quick little picture. But this is cool. Key levels on some of the best charts out there. So NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, Palantir, IREN, Nibius, Archer, these plays. Definitely take a look at, these different levels to be able to help you on out, become a better trader. What else do we have here? Guys, we have another week of earnings. Earnings from Monday, November 3rd to November 7th. Dek, what's going to be the biggest ones? Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have Palantir earnings. Tonight, we have Hims and Hers earnings. Tomorrow, we have Uber earnings. Tomorrow, we have AMD. We have SMCI. We have Beyond Meat. Wednesday, we have Robinhood, IO&Q, Quantum Computing Play, AMC, right? Snapchat. We have Archer over on Thursday, that other, again, flying, EV company. So we have a big amount of earnings coming on up. And we also do have the predictive markets, right? The prediction markets. Take a look. Palantir right now, there is an 82% chance that they beat. So right here, team, these are the prediction markets, just like Vegas, okay? Vegas, you could bet on if a team is going to win or lose. People now bet, are they going to beat earnings or not beat earnings? So you could go to different prediction markets and be able to bet, are we going to beat or are we going to not beat? Right now, Palantir has an 82% chance of beating. Now, why is this pretty big? Well, the thing is, the numbers are usually correct. When you have an 82% chance of winning, it's almost like being like, all right, hey, who's going to win? The Bills or the Panthers, right? Who's going to win? The Chiefs or the Browns? Who's going to win? Is it going to be the Colts or the Jets? We have good distinguished odds of who's going to win. So the thing is, it's always great to kind of take a look at this chart right here to get an understanding like, all right, hey, what is essentially Vegas thinking? When we say Vegas, we're thinking Wall Street. What is Wall Street thinking right here? You can see Palantir, 82%, right? So that's a big one going into today. There was some news last night that China is doing very well in their self-driving vehicles. So it says China is reaching major milestones in autonomous vehicles. So if you guys want to know what are the best self-driving car companies, there is Google, there is Tesla, but there's also a few other ones, right? There's Pony AI, and there's also Aurora. So if you guys are interested, you know how I'm talking about batteries and military warfare batteries? That's something I'm invested in. You know how I'm talking about eVTOLs and talking about flying cars, and especially if Elon Musk makes this crazy announcement in the future? The thing is, hey, well, Dek, I like self-driving vehicles. I like LiDAR technology. LiDAR technology is what allows cars to be able to drive themselves. Do, again, picks in LiDAR. Do picks in, again, these, self-driving car stocks. That could be a major trend coming up in the near future. So make sure you guys are on top of this. This was also very interesting, guys. This is kind of like one of those like red beeping warnings. Goldman Sachs last night came out with a brand new AI, artificial intelligence report. And what it's saying is these are going to be the sectors that AI is going to affect the most. Now, traders, can you guys take a guess, if you guys didn't see already, what is going to be some of the biggest sectors affected by AI? Well, to be frank with you, it's anything that has to do with technology. Anything that is technology, like anything that is online, anything that needs programming, anything like that, those are the ones that are going to be the most affected. Those are going to be the ones that it's like, hey, you know, if a business can remove you, they will, right? And I know it's sad. I know it's scary. If you feel like right now, all right, let me think of my job. Yeah, you know, AI could take my job. Oh, I put things on a conveyor belt. Okay, AI could take my job. Oh, hey, I sit there and I do, you know, Excel sheets. Okay, AI could take my job. Oh, yeah, I work on business plans. Okay, AI could take my job. Does anyone think right now, what is the 1, 2, 3 jobs that AI cannot take? Artificial intelligence cannot take hard labor. So guess what? Where you do not need to worry at all. If you are in trade school, if you are a mechanic, if you are a plumber, if you are an electrician, if you are in construction, AI cannot do it. Because we don't have humanoid robots that are walking around being able to do your job. So the people that are the most safe from AI right now are going to be people that are going to be doing hard labor. Those are the people that are going to be the most safe. So you can see like what's really getting affected. Interpreters, right? It's great to know a different language, but how many people, again, just translate it right on their phone, right? Editors, writers, political science, telemarketers, telephone operators, data scientists, web developers, right? Like these are all, unfortunately, you're in a very, very, very high risk of getting your job replaced by AI, right? So that came out last night. You guys can read more into that. That is, I thought, very, very interesting to see, you know, how AI could be affecting everyday life. What else do we have here? The data center boom. I know this has kind of slipped underneath the radar. You have probably heard me talk about it. You've probably heard other people talk about it before. But what it really comes on down to, traders, is it's the AI bottleneck. And I have gone over this for like the last 6 months. And if you guys do not know, I will tell you right now, it is a very odd time in the world. And the reason why it's so odd is because we have all these crazy NVIDIA, AMD, artificial intelligence chips made, ready to go, but we can't use them. Well, why not? It's because our infrastructure just can't supply that much power. It can't supply that much energy. It can't supply that much electricity to actually run all these artificial intelligence. It's like we have stacks and stacks and stacks of AI chips, and we're like, hey, let's, you know, make AI the best it can. Well, we can't. Well, why can't we? Well, because again, our infrastructure, our grid, we call it, isn't strong enough to run what, you know, AI is capable of. So we need some sort of new power source. We need some sort of new grid structure. We can't, you know, our current electricity doesn't give us enough boom, enough push to run all these chips. So what's been the biggest things? Data centers. This is why IREN has gone absolutely crazy in 2025. This is why NBIS has gone absolutely crazy in 2025. One of the best spikes of 2025 so far. It's because we're trying to rebuild, you know, this whole entire structure of the grid with data centers. So if you want to think about it, 2024 has been the year of AI chips. 2025 has been the year of data centers trying to form enough energy to actually run chips. Very simple way to be able to think of it, right? What else do we have here? 4 mega caps in their AI spending. The combined cap of Amazon, Meta, Google, and Microsoft just reached $112 billion. This is the most there has been. They're expecting another 45% increase since last year. This is where I get a little concerned here, traders. These companies, Meta, Google, Microsoft, they have spent $112 billion in quarter 3 of 2025, and they're saying that they are going to spend another 45% more. So we're talking like another $55 billion on top of 112. We're going up to like next year. We're going to be spending upwards of what? Almost $200 billion on AI. Now, that's pretty crazy. But at the same time, we're asking ourselves, has anyone seen any new products? And guys, yes, I'm sure they're working on things. But at the same time, it's like, we have ChatGPT, cool. But what are we spending a $200 billion on that we're expecting a return? I mean, these companies, Meta, Google, Amazon, we can't spend $200 billion every single year and not see a crazy amount of profit coming in. If we spend $200 billion, it's like, on what? Well, they're like, oh, on AI. Okay, what does that even mean? Well, we're working on AI. Okay, but like, how is this helping us? So maybe, again, maybe this is why they make the big bucks and I'm not. Maybe that's like, but it doesn't make sense to spend $200 billion. And it's like, where are we getting it out? Are they working on new products? Because right now I'm sitting there with ChatGPT saying, hey, how you doing today? I'm good. How are you today, Sean? Oh, I'm good. Just hanging out. Right? Like that's it. So, there's definitely things that we want to be aware of, and making sure that we are all set, to be able to move forward. Other than that, traders, we do have our main headlines over on the day. Definitely, again, go through, check these all on out. Make sure that you guys are all good. PHIO still the best play of the day here, though. PHIO still trying to get a little bit of momentum. PHIO still trying to get a little bit of hype. So, PHIO here, traders. Keep your eyes peeled. Let's see if this can squeeze. Let's see if this can pop. Let's see if this gets some momentum. And let's see if this one can keep on going on up. So, make sure that you guys are all set. $2 up towards around $3 here. Now, as I always recommend for every single person, I got to drop some links here for everyone. Number one, if you guys want all this amazing data, this is over on FoxRunner. FoxRunner is free. They do have a free version. You also can be able to go over and sign up to their premium version, which is I'm using right now. And you guys can get also a free 30-day pass and 30% off. So free 30-day pass, 30% off, and that's over on FoxRunner. So make sure you guys go ahead, check all that on out. Number two, you guys can see all of my scanners. So again, my scanners right here, this is over on Trade Ideas. If you guys, again, want my scanners, my charts, that is over on Trade Ideas so that you guys are all good, ready to rock and roll. But I'm going to even sweeten this on up right here. Right now, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but starting today, let me move this out of the way here. And let me grab this here. Let me find it real quick. So starting today, Cobra Trading, my broker, they have come on out and they said, hey, Sean, we had a meeting and they said, Sean, what do traders want? Like, what do they want? And I said, they want scanners. They want things paid for. So for anyone who does not know, the broker that I use, which I think is the best broker in the world right here, Cobra Trading, if you sign up with them right now, go sign up with Cobra, you are going to have commissions free the rest of the year. You are going to have the platform, DOS Trader platform, free the rest of the year. You will get FoxRunner free the rest of the year. And you will get Trade Ideas free the rest of the year. So guys, if you go on over and you sign up with Cobra Trading, which is, again, the broker that I use every single day, you will have everything for free the rest of the year. So it's like, you can use them if you want. I see zero reason on why you wouldn't. You literally get all these other scanners for free, plus, again, a broker that is one of the top brokers in the world. So you guys are all set, ready to go. So if you guys have not yet, let me, again, post that for you. Cobra bundle, all scanners included. So this is the only link that works to that. Little heads up so that you guys are all set, ready to go. You guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. And just a little heads on up here, team. I know if you click this link, it's going to say 1 month, 50% off, one free software. This link right here, they're going to update it today. This link will, again, give you the bundle for everything. Okay? So just a heads up, if you guys click this right now, it's going to say 1 month. They are, again, changing it today. You can still use this link right now. You guys will be all set, ready to go. You guys will be all ready to rock and roll. You guys will be all fired on up here. So click that link. Make sure you guys are all good. You will get the ultimate bundle underneath this link. And that means free trade ideas, free scanners, free FoxRunner, free commission, free platform, free everything. So again, just copy and paste that link right over there, and you guys will be all good. If it doesn't link, I'm going to post it over on my Twitter right now. So for anyone who wants that, I'm going to go post that over on my Twitter, and you guys can go ahead and check that on out, okay? So that's over on my X, and I'm also going to just post it over on StockTwits as well so that you guys can get the full bundle in case, that doesn't link right there. All right. So we have MSPR still watching, PHIO, CHCR, TGE. Again, 820 in the market right here, team. But yes, again, I always like to throw out the scanners out there. If that's Foxtrot, if that's Trade Ideas, if that's Cobra, because again, that's all I use. That's all I use, those three things. Bang, bang, bang. If you use Trade Ideas, you're set. If you use Foxrunner, you're set. If you use Cobra, you're set. Like, that's it. That's all you need. I don't care if you're a long-term investor, if you're a day trader, those are the only three things you need to get yourself going on this day. So let's make sure we are all set, ready to rock and roll. Continuing on out here, and we will be all good. Lastly, traders, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not. I did post a video over on Friday or Thursday of last week where I did post, if you guys go over to my YouTube channel, it says teaching you everything you need to know about becoming a day trader part 1. Again, if you have not watched this, make sure you guys go ahead, click it, give it a thumbs on up. I'm going to be dropping part 2 today. So part 2 is going to be coming on out tonight. But I definitely want to see you guys watching those videos, enjoying them. I'm really just trying to have you guys just, not have to pay for anything. You guys kind of have felt that maybe over the last few months here. Over the last few months, at least in my trading and my trading style, I'm trying to give everything away for free at this point. Like, the thing is, team, I don't need to, nor will I, charge $3,000 for a trading course. I think that's ridiculous. I will give you that information for free. I don't want to be sitting here charging $1,400 for a Zoom meeting. I think that's ridiculous. I don't want to give it away for free. I'm trying to give everything I possibly can away for free. I'm trying to give away all my alerts. I'm trying to give away all my education. I'm trying to live stream. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can to truly show you guys that I just want to help you. I enjoy hanging out with you. I enjoy having fun. Let's make money in the markets. Let's make money, of course, doing what we do. If that's long-term investing, if that's day trading, if that's, if I'm making a YouTube video and I get paid off some ads, that's great as well. But I'm not going to, again, go to the people who respect me the most, the people that are saying, hey, Dek, I love being here. I love watching you. Hey, Dek, again, I love looking up to you, and say, oh, thank you. Give me $3,000. I really want to break away from kind of the course selling type of person. I don't want to be in that category. You know what I mean? So I'm trying my best in every single way to just give things away. Trying to let you guys know that, I'm different in every single way. I try to get you guys discounts on these scanners. And, I will say, when you guys do sign up to one of these scanners, it does help me on out. So if you guys do, I would love for you guys to be able to go through those scanners, and that's awesome. So again, make sure you guys go check those on out. But other than that, though, team, I try my best to make sure that I'm just being a cool guy to you. All right. So, team, it's 8:23 right now. Let's see what we get. Curb Deck, any Black Friday sales coming out for Tradecaster? You better believe it. So absolutely, we will be having some big Black Friday sales. And as you know, after the speech that I just gave, you better believe we're going to have some big crazy things. But no, I'm not charging $3,000 for a course. No, I'm not going to charge $1,500 for a phone call. The only thing that I ever try to do is just make sure I cover my operating costs for running a website. If that's for hosting, if that's for, our secretary or email, our team, or whoever, I just like to make sure I'm covering those. Other than that, let's make money in the trading world. Let's get after it together. So, MSPR, awesome. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you guys go follow me over on X. Make sure you guys go follow me over on StockTwits here. 824 in the market. Do we have anything else going crazy? 824 in the market. CRBU, IRE, and CRA. All right, team. We got 5 minutes here. Dek, will the Cobra bundle work right now? Yes, it will. So even though the link does not say the Cobra bundle, it will 100% work right here, right now. Make sure you guys get it. And I'm telling you because you get everything I have for free. Literally everything's free. You don't got to pay for commissions. You don't got to pay for scanners. You don't got to pay for FoxRunner. It's all free. So if you literally just sign up to Cobra, you get everything for free. They should have 10,000 signups by the end of today. And if you're like, well, I have a broker. Well, don't you want free trade ideas? Don't you want free FoxRunner? Don't you want free whatever? So you might as well, again, use it. MSPR here, CACR, PHIO, TGE. Let's get ready for the next hype wave, guys. Next big wave coming on up here. And let's go back over. Awesome. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything. Dek, what's the best press release today? Technically, the best press release today is TGE. It says AMTD Digital, TGE, and exclusive negotiations to acquire a New York hotel. So basically, TGE is acquiring a New York hotel. Is that going to lead towards a massive spike? I mean, hey, TGE, take a look at this. I mean, it's slowly moving up. It's not like there's anything too crazy about that. It's up 58% though, or 60%. PHIO is the actual best press release here. PHIO did have cancer news. Just a little heads on up. We can actually see it right here. If you guys look at this, announces positive pathology results. Announces a positive pathology results. Final maximum dose cohort. Skin cancer trials. Reported results from the 5th and final dose. 3 patients competing in cohort. Won a 100% tumor clearance. Had a 90% clearance. So again, 90% clearance. Basically, you know, that's awesome. So that's the best press release I'm seeing so far. PHIO. MSPR. Not too much. All right, let's see. Guys, let's see if we get a banger right here at 8:30. Let's see if we get a banger. Dek, did you enter AMPX yet? Yes, I did. I entered AMPX last week at the price of $12.60. I have 500 shares over on AMPX at this time at the price of $12.60. That's, again, one of my long-term investments. Right now, I am up about $1,000 over on AMPX. So AMPX, I am in on that play. A little heads up for you guys at the price of $12.60. Now, Dek, are you in on that with your Cobra account? I am not in on that with my Cobra account right now. Little heads on up. I am in on that for my retirement account, my long-term account. Now, yes, again, my long-term position, I always go through my financial advisor for. Basically, I had some spare funds, about 10,000 spare funds, and I hit them up and I said, hey, let's get a little bit more risk adverse on one position. Obviously, I have all my positions right here for my retirement account. I have Apple, Bros, Meta, Microsoft, Netflix, Nvidia, Oklo, Palantir, Uber, VST. I have these as kind of my long-term positions for my retirement. But he's like, hey, Sean, we got about $10,000 left. We can, place somewhere. And I said, you know what? We're doing great. We're doing fantastic. We bought at the lowest price in April. Let's go ahead and just have one position that's maybe a little bit more risky. Let's not turn my retirement account into a full-on risk, but let's have one position. So again, we purchased 500 shares on AMPX at the price of $12.60. Right now, we're up $1,000. Hopefully, again, we can get a big return over the next year straight. YT Dek, did FoxRunner release their app yet so we can do it all on mobile? No, they did not release their app just yet, but they again did send me some upcoming images of it right around the corner. So I am very excited. Getting real-time market news, getting push alerts and custom updates sent to your phone. You will be able to again watch the entire or see the entire news scanner on your phone. So I think that's going to be absolutely game changing when that is 100% done. But I think they said November 15th is when the first version of the app comes on out for FoxRunner. Guys, we got 1 minute here. 1 minute until, again, we get the 8:30 press release. Here we go. All eyes over on the news scanner. All right, let's see. Repurchase program, but they have an upcoming meeting. NNVC. Let's see. Let's see what gets the hype here, team. BNRG wins and an award. Sometimes award stocks go on big time spikes, rips, and runs. And again, we're a community here. We're a team here. If you see something spiking, go get after it. VRAX, guys, just shot up 15% right here. Let's see, VRAX completes U.S. clinical recruitment, reconstructive FDA feedback. So just like before, we had FDA feedback over on VRAX. VRAX getting a little bit of hype. This is a smaller play, but hey, we can keep our eyes peeled on it, see if this one starts getting any sort of action and momentum. And let's see what else can maybe start squeezing a little bit. BDMD. Let's see. BDMD, no hype there. GIBO talks about successful deployment on their cryptocurrencies. ORBS, guys, and BMNR. If anyone does not know, ORBS has to do with WorldCoin. I don't know if you guys have been studying that whatsoever, but WorldCoin coming up in the future. You know, ORBS, the orbs that they use for WorldCoin to basically get your identity. Do we have anything yet? I mean, we saw VRX go on a quick pop. That one just did come right back on down, though. You know, completing its FDA feedback. I don't think we have anything else too big. If you guys see anything, please feel free to throw it on out there. BNRG, again, did get that award, but not really any sort of buying volume. We do have, at this time, GIBO talks about successful deployment on its anime short film. Its anime short film. I like anime. Anyone else here used to watch anime? I used to watch back in the day. The best one. What is the best anime of all time? Pop quiz. Little Dragon Ball Z. By far the best. That show just gets you disciplined. I still, you know, it's kind of wild. I'll go to the gym right now. If you guys ever want to get like a little jacked up, go to the gym and just type in like Dragon Ball Z, like workout motivation. You don't realize how many like that you're just going to get pumped on up on Goku going Super Saiyan for an hour straight. I might be unstoppable. Just popping in a little Vegeta motivational mix. Right here, team. I'm not seeing too much at 8:30. And the thing is, that happens. Not every press release wave, we're going to see a breakout. But the good news is, if there is a breakout, it's in the press release wave. So, what's the best stock right now? PHIO. Dek, what's going on with PHIO at this moment? PHIO did have that good right here, announces positive pathology results here. So, did have good results. PHIO does have a good credible press release. PHIO right now is getting the hype. PHIO is getting the momentum. PHIO is where the majority of traders are looking at, and PHIO is looking to be able to cross its way up towards a new high and get up towards $5. As you move forward on this day, PHIO is the stock that you guys want to watch. PHIO is the stock that you guys want to be focusing on. So, make sure you guys are aware of that. Other than that, last but not least, team, come on over to tradecaster.com. Join me and, again, the absolutely incredible people over on Tradecaster. I will put a fair warning out there for every single person, though, that not everyone who signs up to Tradecaster gets in. The reason what I say is you have to be a hard 7 or above by appearance. We do not allow ugly people into our community. People say, again, that's really mean and rude. I don't care. We don't mess around with uglies. So if you guys come on over, sign up to a monthly 6-month or, again, 12-month, and all of a sudden you can't get in, it's just because we had our interns go through your profiles, your MySpace, you know, looking through your windows, and you just didn't make the cut. If you guys sign up right now and you have access to the chat room, shout out to you. You made it. You're an absolutely beautiful person, and I want you to know you are beautiful. So everyone in the chat room right now over on Tradecaster, I want you guys to give yourself a round of applause. Everyone over on Tradecaster right now, give yourself a round of applause. Clap your hands. Again, you made it. You are one of the best people in the world. And everyone over on YouTube that is watching right now who has not took the test, make sure you guys test yourself and see how good looking you are and get over here on tradecaster.com. Guys, enjoy the bundle from Cobra. Enjoy, again, trade ideas. Enjoy Fox Runner. Enjoy, again, this amazing week. We're going live over on Tradecaster. Stock Twits Nation, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys again over on Monday. Enjoy these gains, enjoy these profits, and again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, guys.